Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be, she forgot about her date. I've got an email here from a guy, and I think he's competing for the Captain Clueless Award. So he has this woman that he's known for 10 years he's known this girl. She was married to this guy the whole time. I guess they've known each other. And he was constantly professing his love to her, telling her that if she were ever single, he would totally marry her. And then her husband passed away about 18 months ago. So he went out on a date, and she offered to bring her mother with her because he's apparently really good friends with her mother because they all go to the same church. So there might be a few face palms in this particular video. So I got a quote that I wrote, and then we're going to go through the email. And the quote says, when women really like you and want to see you, they would never forget about your date. Only women who have low romantic interest forget about dates. If you try to plan a date with a woman and she suggests that she bring a friend or a relative on the date, that is another sign of low romantic interest. These are called blockers, which are meant to get in the way of anything romantic happening between you two. There's two types of blockers. There's the cock blocker and the clam slammer. Male, female, for those of you who haven't figured that out. When a woman really likes you, she will make the time in her schedule to meet you and enthusiastically keep your date. Only shallow women will try to get you to agree to treat her and a friend to a free meal and freeload off of you. If you encounter this situation in your dating life, you should have some self-respect and decline BS offers like this and delete them from your life forever. So let's take a closer look. He says, "Hi Corey, I have just started dating." Notice how they're supposedly dating. "I have just started dating a widow who lost her husband 18 months ago. She was married for years and has 2 kids who don't live at home. I knew her for 10 years while she was married, and I was sending emails to her telling her how much I loved her and how I would marry her if she was single. All the needy stuff that I shouldn't have done, like a stalker." Well, dude, that's rude and it's disrespectful. She was married at the time, and you're sending like love letters to this other guy. How would you feel if you were married to her and some fucking dude like you is sending love letters to her? That's totally fucking inappropriate. Not fucking cool at all. That totally lacks integrity. Love can make you blind. Well, it's not that you're in love with her. You're really infatuated. You have a fantasy. You really don't know what she's like. At the end of the day, she's married to some other guy at the time. I read your book, and it opened my eyes as to what I was doing wrong. Thank you for your advice. I stopped all emails a couple of years ago and put my libido in reverse. I did not chase her anymore. Or so he has convinced himself. We go to the same church, and I know her mom very well. I got her to go out with me. So you convinced her. You twisted her arm. You begged, pleaded. After a decade of pursuit, you finally got her to go out with you. Think about that for a moment. Does that sound like a guy who's in a strong position? A guy who perceives himself as a catch and is going out on a date with a woman who is his female counterpart or his female equal? Absolutely not. It's a guy who's treating a woman like a fucking celebrity and putting her on a pedestal and kissing her ass because deep down he doesn't feel worthy of being with her. I got her to go out with me for a first date on my birthday, and she wanted to pay for the dinner. Then on the day, I got a text saying her mom wanted to come with us. Oh, that just sounds like so much fun. So she's trying to block you with her mother. He says, she called me and I got quiet on the phone and she knew I didn't want her mom along on our date. I mean, you guys got to be, I mean, she's got 2 grown kids. I mean, you're probably 40s, 50s, 60s. And she wants to bring her mother on a date? That sounds like about as much fucking fun as watching paint dry. So she dropped the mom out of the equation. When I first got there, she was sitting in the waiting area, so I went for a greeting kiss and got the cheek. Well, that's pretty ballsy. I thought, uh-oh, and remembered your book. After hours of good conversation, I told her I wanted to have a romantic relationship with her, not platonic. Dude, you're on a first date and you're already talking about a relationship with a woman who was obviously married to a guy. I assume it's the father of her children. Well, they were married for 10 years. Or this guy knew her for 10 years. So that's coming on way too... I mean, all is professing your love. And now you've finally gotten the first date, even though you supposedly have the wisdom of my book. And you're saying, I want to have a romantic relationship with her. I don't know, maybe she tried to friend zone you. You weren't really clear about that. She said she needed time to think about that because this was the first date she had gone on since her husband died. She asked me to sit in her car to talk. After another 30 minutes, I went for a goodnight kiss, and again, I got the cheek. She's trying to bring the mother along. You go to kiss her, you get the cheek. Twice you try to kiss her, and you got the cheek. What does that tell you? If you read the book, what does it tell you? Not into you, dude. I said, what's the matter? Don't you know how to kiss good? She said she didn't kiss on the first date. Sure. I said, maybe I should go out with your mom. She would probably give me a better kiss. That's a great comeback. I like that. She asked me to call her when I got home, but I didn't. Later, she texted me saying, I enjoyed your birthday. You need to have another celebration. I hope you sleep with dreams for a wonderful future. I felt, what's the use? And I sent her a text the next day saying, let me enjoy the year before I have another birthday celebration. She replied, isn't it about your age, duh. I had a really good time. Weeks later, she called me but was half asleep. She agreed to another date, and on the day I decided to call her 2 hours before our date to confirm. I usually don't confirm, but wouldn't you know, you usually don't call to confirm except when you do call to confirm. She said that she forgot all about our date. She was supposed to pick up her mom from work at the same time as our date. Whew, boy, you sound like a real priority, huh? 10 years you've known this girl and she forgets about your date when she calls you. Sounds like she only thinks of you as a friend. She called me back and said, Mom wants to come with us. Oh boy, that just sounds swell. I thought, what the hell is this? But said, okay, bring her with you this time, just to see what she would say. Notice what she says. Now keep in mind, it's just like somebody that says, I'm a Christian, I'd never fuck you over. I'd never lie to you. Well, why'd you bring it up? Now notice this next statement. She replied, I'm not using my mom as a shield. Oh, sure. I'd buy that, yeah. I'd buy that for $1. Long story short, she's still canceled. I really love this woman and would marry her. Come on, dude. I mean, seriously, you read my book? You're in love with a fantasy. You have no idea what this woman is like. You're nice enough to take her out on a date. You've known her for 10 whole years. You're good friends with her mother. And she forgets about your date? And you want to marry somebody like this? Think about all the time that you've obsessed and thought about this woman. How you've made her important in your life. And yet, she forgets about your date? Have some self-respect, dude. If her actions were reciprocal, he says, I'm really in love and would marry this woman if her actions were reciprocal, which they're obviously not. We're both in our 60s. Dude, you seriously need to practice the things that I teach in my book. You should ask out 100 different women over the next month. Women your age, there's tons of them online dating. It'd be great for you. I did a profile, an online dating profile. If you Google Corey Wayne, the ultimate online dating profile, just use that as a guide. It's like, you know, my dad, when he was single, he did a lot of online dating. He gets tons of women, but most of them, they look terrible. They're out of shape, fat, ugly, just not attractive. But you got lots of candidates out there. So he says, questions, am I dealing with a structured woman, or is she still not over the death of her husband? Notice how he's not. Let me read that again. Am I dealing with a structured woman, or is she still not over the death of her husband? How about she's just not into you romantically? She sounds like she thinks of you as a friend, and that's a friend that she really doesn't give a flying fuck. I mean, she forgot about your date. How long does it take to get over a dead spouse? I'm happy to keep waiting around. It's like, oh man. Do you think she will change? What am I doing wrong? What are you doing right? You're stalking this. You've been stalking her for a decade. You've been sending her love letters for a decade. This girl obviously doesn't have any respect for you as a man or a human being. She doesn't give a fuck about you. You're chasing after a woman who's just not interested, dude. That's the reality of it. And the fact that you brought up earlier that you're not interested in something platonic, that tells me that more than likely she probably tried to friend zone you. When women do that, when they try to, oh, I'm going to bring my mother along with me. That bringing the woman, a friend or a relative, that's her way of saying, you ain't getting in my pants. It's not going to happen. But hey, a free meal, that sounds like great. We can go to Golden Corral. I mean, it's like all you can eat. I can bring my mother. She loves Golden Corral. The early bird special. Hey, early bird gets the worm. I mean, fuck. It's better than staying at home looking at the four walls, right? Hey, you know, she can feed her and her mom all on your dime. And because you've just been pursuing her for a decade, I mean, no one will ever do or say anything to you that you don't invite them to do. So if I were you, I would completely move on and forget about it. And I wouldn't go to pick her up. I wouldn't do anything. If she ever reaches out to you in the future, I would say, hey, I'd love to see you. When are you free to get together? And then make plans at your... I wouldn't go pick her up or meet her out. Just say, hey, you know what? Why don't we get together and we'll make dinner at my place? And if she says, well, can I bring my mother? Just say, no, you can't bring your mother. This is a date. I told you, I'm not interested in anything platonic. If you're not interested in anything romantic, then it's best that we just part ways. If I see you in church, we can be friendly to each other. But I'm looking for a great lady who wants to be with me. I'm not looking for somebody who wants to hang out as buddies. Or, you know, I'm not looking to hang out and do Bible study with you and your mother. I mean, I like you. I've always liked you. You know that. So why would you think that I'd want to hang out with you and your mom as friends? I mean, I want you. I mean, you're gorgeous. I'm just not interested in that. So unless you're interested in coming over and having a nice, quiet evening and making dinner together, maybe a little bottle of wine or maybe some tea or coffee if you guys aren't drinkers, I'm going to have to pass. But I'd really love to see you. So would you like to come over and have dinner together or not? And she says, okay, well, great. And she says, well, let's meet out. Just say, nah, it's been a long week. I'm just in the mood to hang at my place, have a nice, quiet evening, have a nice dinner, have a nice conversation, and spend it with you. We'll have a great time. Make definite plans. So hang out, have fun, and hook up if she comes over. And if she doesn't want to come over, she tries to get you to meet her out, just say, nah, just give me a call in 2-3 weeks. Maybe I'll be up for something more formal then. At this point, you made plans. She ditched you. The only way she's going to get another chance with you is if she's willing to come over to your place and make dinner together. Anything other than that is just fucking bullshit. Because it's obvious she's only interested in something platonic, and she's interested in a free meal. And if she can get a free meal for her mother, she's up for that too. That's something to think about. But dude, you deserve better. Have some fucking self-respect. You don't get what you deserve in life. You only get what you negotiate. And you've been a really piss-poor negotiator with this woman. So get yourself some more choices and some more options and get out there and start asking out other women so you can practice things that are in my book. The problem is you've read my book, but you haven't been practicing with anybody else. So how can you possibly expect your skills to improve if you're sitting around trying to convert this woman that you've known for a decade into a girlfriend? Your job as a man is to create an opportunity for sex to happen. Hang out, have fun, and hook up. That's it. Not take somebody out and tell them you want to have a relationship with them, because that is the woman's idea, and that only happens after about 2 months of dating. Just because you've known her for 10 years, you don't get any credit for that. You haven't dated her for 10 years. You were just friends. You've always been friends. She's given you the cheek twice. Therefore, she doesn't warrant any more of your time. You've already given her a ton of your time, and the only way she's going to get to see you again or spend any time with you as if she's willing to come over to your place and make dinner together. If she doesn't want to do that, you're wasting your fucking time and spinning your wheels. So if you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest way is to book a paid phone, Skype, or email coaching session. You can choose any of those options by going to my website, clicking the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions for booking whichever option works best for you. And I will talk to you soon.